My grandfather was born on Dover Street in 1895, right in the heart of downtown Baltimore here. In this house right over here, 622 Dover Street. And you know what, guys? He was blessed. And you're thinking to yourself, yeah, he was really blessed to live in that little hole in the wall. No, he was blessed because right across the street from Pop was one of his boyhood friends, Babe Ruth. And yes, guys, I'm at the Babe Ruth Shrine and Birthplace and Museum here, and here it is. You guys aren't going to believe this. When my father was young, he and Babe Ruth used to pitch the ball out here. And my grandfather told this many times before he died in 1986. The story how he would walk over, and this area behind me used to be a empty lot here, and then further down the street was the Maryland Industrial Training School for bad boys. And guess what? Babe Ruth was a bad boy. My grandfather wasn't a bad boy. He studied hard and went to Johns Hopkins University and got a degree in engineering. Went in the Navy, served in World War I. But one of his greatest joys was hanging out with Babe Ruth. And this is his birthplace right here. And I don't think it opens till later. But I just wanted you to see the outside of it anyway and appreciate a little bit of the history of it. Because if you ask 10 baseball fans who was the greatest baseball player of all time, they will probably tell you, 9 out of 10 will tell you Babe Ruth. So it's only about 8:30 now. If we have a little time, we might pop over later and check out the museum and everything. But we're on a tight schedule today, but I did want you guys to see where Babe Ruth was born and raised here. And this is the first place where he picked up the coaching to learn to really play a good game of baseball. Few people know that Babe Ruth was an absolutely tremendous major league pitcher. I mean, when it came to statistics, World Series, wins and losses, ERA, he ranks among the tops of all time. And I often ask myself if he had continued being a pitcher, what kind of statistics might he have racked up for pitching records and things like that? Because he was worthy of Hall of Fame if he had just continued on the same track as he did at that time. There's no doubt that he would have been in the Hall of Fame for pitching. But somebody looked at him and said, "Babe, the way you knocked that ball out, baby, we can't have you sitting on the bench 2 days, 3 days before pitching. And you've got to get out there and be hitting every day for us." And the rest is history, guys. He went on to be the most renowned baseball player in history, and it started right there. So there it is. All right, guys. Well, it looks like they're getting in there to sort of gear up a little bit, but definitely a hard scrabble little neighborhood, but certainly a well-preserved little house there. Okay.